What's up, everybody? It's your boy Crypto Legend bringing you guys another YouTube video on Bonk. They've been performing very well for the last 24 hours, being up 8%, being up 12% earlier today, and are at a price point of 40154, or was at a price point of that. That was the high. Now sitting at 401,498, seeing a little bit of a decline, and we're going to get right into that bit, but first, please be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and also comment bonk, because this is some great news, and you have a good informative video ahead of you. So if we want to look at what caused the increase in the price of bonk, we can see that around that 4-hour to 2-hour time span, there was a lot of large buys coming in, and in the whole one day, the large buys were the biggest portion out of any transaction that we saw. As far as large sales, medium transactions split off into buys and sells, and same for the small transactions. And the inflow has been a net positive for days consistently. In the last 5 days, we can see that we have had a very strong and positive inflow, leading to me believing there is very strong sentiment, especially when you see the holder count go up to 915,960 from its previous days of 915,800 holders. Now, going into the most recent transactions, or the most recent volume we've been seeing, which is basically an hour behind the video that is being recorded for you guys, we can see there's actually a lot of large selling action going on. In all action that is sales are greater than that same area when it comes to the buys. By that I mean the small sales overtake the small buys. Medium sales, same thing. Large sales, like I just said, same thing. But when we get to these 30 minutes, the selling portion actually makes up for a great percentage of the transactions that we're seeing. The large sales make up for 40%, nearly 40% of the trading volume we've seen for the last 30 minutes in this pair specifically. And that selling action, well, first off, that level of selling is more than double of that of the large transactions or the large buys, and more than triple of that than the medium transactions or medium buys. And you get to the small buys, it's almost quintuple. We get to the 15-hour period or 15-minute period, and you can see that the large sales quadruple that of the large buys, and they are making 45% of the transactions that we're seeing for those last 15 minutes. So that's what's been occurring very recently. People are seeing, hey, Bonk is running, Bonk is grooving, Bonk is profitable. I'm going to sell and minimize my losses. People are not selling on gains, people are selling on actual losses and saying, I'm going to minimize my loss, and that's what we're seeing. Despite of the fact that Bonk is up 37%, nearly 40% for the last 7 days. They are still holding their questions in their they're still holding their questions in their adamancy. Yet and still, Bonk is gaining new holders. Speaking of new things happening for Bonk, we also have seen stronger burns in the last 2 days, and really in the last 3 days, and result of said volume and said movements. 3 days ago, not 3 days ago, I'm sorry about that, back on March 20th, and dating back to as far as March 18th, we saw $4,000, $38,000, $3,800, $4,200, and $3,600 in burn. But because we are seeing an uptick in volume, we're seeing an uptick in crypto, we're seeing an uptick in Bonk. BonkBot has had more trading, and BonkBot has led, and that trading increase has led to a burn of 7,800 yesterday, and 6,900, or really $7,000 being burnt, and over 1.7 or 1.07 Bonk being burnt from the total supply. Moving forward in some other news, we're going to talk about some things that Bonk has been doing very recently, not Dabbing Network. I want to get into some other networks. I want to talk about one thing in specific, and that thing is Spice. So if you're not familiar with Spice, Spice is a token that launched on Bonk Live. And Bonk Live is a launch pad for, obviously, that Bonk owns. Spice, I want to do an update on how Spice is doing. Once it launched, it had a market cap of $12.41 million dollars with a price of 307203. I believe that is based off Telegram, and then also, or TGE. I'll just say TGE for now. And then also raised a good amount of money. They raised a lot of money. I'm trying to see if I can get to it. Yeah, capital raise was $7.5 million dollars, and the FDV from the previous fundraising round was $50 million dollars. Moving on to where they are at now, because it's important to know how the tokens that Bonk is supporting is performing as of this current moment. You're currently seeing a price of 30272056 and also have a market cap of $14.3 million with a holder count of 1,214, and their holder count is slowly decreasing. It was at 1,292 on March 21st and has slowly been declining downward and is now at a point of, like I said, 1,214 holders. They are not as active as Bonk, and I think that plays into their success, but they're still trying to do some things that are gaining some of the people's attention. But I think they need to be posting more. They need to be posting more. They need to be doing things that are actually engaging the community, and they are doing things daily that keep their community in line, or in mind rather, when it comes to investments. Now, this is not a Spice video, so I'm going to end that part of the video there. But that was just to talk about one of the integrations, or one of the tokens that were benefited from the integration that Bonk has. And it's important for us to know, hey, how is Bonk and their investments doing? There's another investment that Bonk has, or another partnership that Bonk has, and it is with Whale. I'm trying to see if I can find the tweet, but Whale is hosting an event to where you can get a whole bunch more tokens, a whole bunch more Bonk tokens. Now, for those who are not familiar with what Whale is basically a gaming platform, or gambling platform. Gambling/gaming platform. They got casinos, they got sports books, and they got so much more over there. So if you're looking for a new application that supports the not crypto, but the Bonk community for gambling, then Whale might be your boy. They just might be. There's also Triad, who's got their things going on. You can see that you could have saw that they were doing a little partnership with Bonk, and you can see that they have a little gambling stuff going on and wagers that you can post. When will Bonk or BTC hit $150,000? If you believe it'll be before July, like 57% of other people, then you can hit yes, so on and so forth. So many things, so many integrations, but it's good to know all the integrations and all the things that Bonk is involved in. So we looked at BonkBot, we looked at Whale, we looked at Spice, we looked at Triad Markets, and we looked at Bonk itself and looked at the price, and know that because of the recent selling action that it is receiving, that is what's leading to the price dropping down very recently. But also, for the last day, that does not eliminate the fact that they have been seeing a lot of buying pressure, and it's been in the form of a lot of large buys. We're just experiencing some large sales going on in the immediate future. The immediate future being an hour ago, or since 7:40 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. With all those things being stated, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Please be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications so you know when I upload. It's your boy Scripted Legend signing out. Y'all have a blessed one and stay safe, because Jesus loves you and I love you. Peace.